So, all right.
All right. So what's the next segment?
So the next segment is going to be smooth here. So it's going to be true or false. We've done something like this before. So I'm going to read you a statement, and you tell me true or false. And it can be either really short segment or it can go really long. So we have no idea. So let's see how this pans out. So it's going to be based off of all of majority of these are going to be based off of all the things we just talked about. Okay. So here is a statement. You tell me true or false. For statement number 1, Discmania has the best team. Discmania has the best team lineup in disc golf. And right now they have Alden Harris, Gannon Burr, Kyle Klein, Silas Schultz, Gavin Babcock, and Casey White. True or false? Best team lineup in disc golf right now.
I'm saying false.
False.
Yeah, I'm saying false just because I honestly would argue that last year Prodigy did not have the strongest team in disc golf, and you're losing a major in that trade from the player transactions. So, it's my opinion.
I'll go false. I'll go false too, but I'm sure you guys will say why in a minute. Go ahead.
Yeah,
man.
I was gonna say I would also argue that Discraft is still doing very well as far as teams go.
Their depth is insane. They just have so many players.
Insane. Now, I will say, on the content side of things, now that most of the Vlog Squad, or whatever you want to call this version of them, are on the same team, I think that's only helpful. I think Discmania could lean into that in a crazy way and just do themselves so many favors if they did. Whether or not they will or not successfully, I think they have the option to.
Corey, what do you think?
Earlier, I was scrolling Instagram, and I saw a picture, and it said Gavin Babcock, Alden Harris, and Gannon Burr, and it was Ed and Eddie, and I laughed very hard at that. And as much as I want to say it's the best team,
yeah,
I think they're still young. They still need to kind of mold into where they want to be.
Yeah.
And Discmania itself went from this all-star team that was very we can win, but we can also have fun on the side. And now this is almost it's all I feel like I can't take them seriously yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think Discrap has to be the best team out there right now. But I will say, I don't think they got very many wins last year. But it seemed like everyone was always on the cuffs. But Dickerson didn't have a good year last year. AB didn't get it done. Aaron Gossage didn't get it done. Ezra hasn't done much. He keeps talking, or in the beginning of the year he has good starts, but hasn't done well. Paul's injured. Brody is still Brody. So no disrespect.
Put some respect on Corey Ellis's name.
Oh, Corey Ellis won a major, but that's what I'm saying. Corey Ellis is the guy that won last year. Mm-hmm. So I think this is a big year for Discraft players. I think those guys need to take a step forward. And I think the guys on Discmania, there we go. I think the guys on we lost Corey for a minute, but he came back. The guys from Discmania, at least they know how to win, or at least some of them do. So yeah, it'll be interesting. All right, question number 2. Eagle wins Worlds in the next 2 seasons. True or false?
False.
True for me. True for me.
Corey?
What's in between true and false?
He's always in the trying to...
I don't think it's going to be the next 2. I think it's going to be the next 3.
So then false. Oh, that Mickey Mouse Wi-Fi.
Not this world happened.
Your hotel Wi-Fi is starting to kick in.
Trash right now.
Yeah,
Wi-Fi.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
All right, what were you saying?
Subscribe.
What were you saying, Corey?
So, yeah, I think it's technically false, but I don't think he's going to win this World's coming up. I think he is going to either win the following or 3, in the third Worlds.
Why here, I'll say this first and then maybe I'll come back to that. I think it's true. I think he does win. And honestly, I bet he wins it this year. I'm not even going to be surprised. I think his arm will be healthy. I think he's going to be really excited to play disc golf because of the new plastic. It's going to have a rejuvenated life in him to play, and it's not the same thing over and over again. I think he gets it done this year. I think he's going to figure out. He's too good of a player, dude. He played well on certain days at Worlds last year, and I think he's too good of a player not to be winning majors at this point, or at least Worlds at this point. So, yeah, I think he gets it done in the next 2, and if not this year, next year. But I think I choose him to win it this year. I would say.
Yeah, I say true, but I don't think he's going to win this year. But that Europe Worlds has Eagles' name just like stamped on it.
Sure does.
Yeah, bro. This Worlds, New London, bro, and we're not thinking Isaac Robinson and Paul Macbeth for either of those. As much as I've said that I don't think Paul's making a comeback, it's tough to look at New London and not say he has the potential to make a comeback there.
No, I mean, there's a lot of cases for a lot of different people. I just think it's all about motivation at this point. I think Eagles going to have a new sense of confidence. But
do we have a segment for hot takes?
Yes, we do.
We do.
All right, I'll wait for that.
Yep, I figured that was coming. All right, question number 3.
I know who's winning Worlds this year.
Let's go. All right, so question number 3. Cole Verdalen is the next big talent to sign a big contract. True or false? We'll say 6-figure plus contract.
True.
The next one?
The next big talent to sign we'll say at least a 6-figure a year contract.
Because who else you got until Cole?
Gossage.
Yeah, Goose.
Gossage win Ledgestone though. I mean,
Yeah. When is Gossage popping off, bro?
What about AB? Does AB have a six-figure contract?
did AB win Ledgestone though?
He has 16 chances of the island. He's going to miss every one, but I don't know if that means he's got the 6-figure contract.
No,
coming in.
I'm just saying there's people out there.
I think
No, yeah,
and
I
a lot
agree,
of other
but-
people put a lot of stock into Ledgestone as like closest pro tour to a major. Like I feel like Ledgestone is a big deal tournament wise, just in the pecking order of tournaments. And I think that how it went down, fending off Calvin, kind of taking on that pressure and winning is huge for a young player that a company is looking at to like who can carry our brand moving forward. Him having that proven that is huge.
I think what he did, exactly what you said, Taylor, overcoming Calvin, I think that got way overlooked last year, and not as many people talked about it.
Not even like holding Calvin off. Calvin's throwing in from everywhere. Like Calvin's going X Games mode.
Right. But Cole also shredded Northwood Blacks, and guess where they're going for Champions Cup?
Yeah.
So I mean, Cole's had a whole year under his belt with DGA. I think it's 100% completely true. I think Cole is the next big talent to get a big contract. I think he's so good, and you can see on his Instagram, I mean, it could be just for show, but I believe it. Like, he's training really hard in the gym. He's practicing all the time. I think he sees what Gannon and a lot of these other guys have been doing, and he says that needs to be me next. So I think he could absolutely win Champions Cup, and people aren't ready for it, but I am. I like Cole Verdalen's game a lot.
Okay, fine, true.
All right, we're in agreement.
Got him. Matt, what did you say? True or false?
No, I said true.
Okay.
I agree.
If there was someone else, who would you guys pick for someone else to sign a big one?
Well, when's Isaac's contract up?
I think he already re-signed, didn't he?
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know.
I thought he was at the 3-year that ended next year.
If he's still under contract, he's got a big one coming for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, probably.
I think it's Isaac, because I think some person was on a thread and they were like, no, Isaac's got 2 more years at Prodigy, and they're like, what's your source? He's arguing with someone else, and the other person's like, I'm Isaac's mom.
That's right.
I'm Mrs. Robinson. My source is I know my own kid. So but I could be wrong. Isaac's mom could be wrong. Who knows? But yeah, he would be the next up otherwise.
I think Gossage would be the next one to get a big one.
I can see Gossage.
Yeah. I think Gossage, it looks like his putt hasn't changed though. I mean, I saw him putt and I'm
That's
like,
what I'm
bro,
saying.
Stick to
it hasn't changed.
I would agree with Gossage. I think Aaron Gossage is so cool. I want to talk about course design so badly, but little bro, the putt hasn't changed.
Last question. Here we go. Clemons will finally get that DGPT Elite Series win this year?
Yes, true.
I'm gonna say false.
Matt?
I'm gonna pull a Corey. I'm in the middle right now.
Oh my gosh, dude! Come on. I'll say false too. My big thing for false is, I think he's just too streaky. But I really don't have a reason. I just don't think he gets it done. Because I feel like he's like kind of like at the peak right now. I don't know how he gets much better than what he does. I think he has to have a phenomenal putting year. If he finds a putter he likes and he starts draining putts from everywhere, that was his big thing this season, is that he became a better putter than in years past. And that's why he kind of jumped into the top 10 a lot more often. So I don't know. I mean, I like Chris Clemons. I'm not hating on him. I just don't think he gets it done. There's too many good players now. Way too many good players.
That's what I was to say. I'm definitely not a Chris Clemons hater by any means, but there's just the top echelon of pros is so good, and then under that is so many players that like have the opportunity to pop off. It's so hard to win now.
Yeah. Matt, what you swaying?
I think I'll agree. I think I'll say false.
Oh man, Corey, why is he winning? After you're done coughing. By the way, I just want to say real quick, Corey's been sick for 2 weeks. I was sick actually right after we recorded our episode last week, so I've got a nasty cough. So we're down pretty bad right now, guys.
We're holding on by a thread.
We got to push through this winter time, and then we'll be all right.
Yeah, and Matt's vocabulary, sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I firsthand saw Clemons play D-Glow, and he's a bomber.
Yeah.
And I think I think I'm trying to think of other courses that he could do that to, but I definitely think with the extra confidence of the new signing, the new discs, he can find a putter because there's like 1,000 Discraft putters. So yeah, I definitely think he has a better chance now more than ever.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think switching sponsors can like make you look at your bag and your game in a different way, especially like you said. I mean, Clemons has been with DD for a long time, so even if there are new molds coming out that might be beneficial, I feel like it's hard. Like even myself, it's hard for me to get a new disc and be like, oh, what's this gonna take the place of? Even though it might be a better disc for my game if I truly gave it the time to be, it's hard to kick out something you've been throwing for a long time.
Yeah,